What's up, everybody? This is BS for Build. I'm Chris.
I'm Jeff.
We are on the last morning of our 48-hour challenge, so we have about like 3 or 4, maybe 5 hours before we jump straight into traffic so we can make it to the beach in our 48-hour time frame.
Join the other 30 million Americans on the road this weekend.
Yeah, it's a holiday weekend this weekend, so it's gonna be packed.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna do a quick overview of what we did yesterday. Then we'll just jump right back into the cars, get back to work.
Okay, so over the last couple days, got my fenders put on. This one's tightened. Got my headlights back on. This one obviously using zip ties. Got my impact bar mounted back into place for the most part, even though it's a little screwed up. Got a little bit of the dent in the hood popped back out. Got our nice plexiglass window inside there. I gotta put some weather stripping and insulation in there to keep it from being crazy loud. And then I've just got a little bit of plastic stuff for the wheel wells and other little knickknacks that I need to work out before we get going.
All right, as for myself, my paint job went over great. My bumper looks a lot less like a joke. My hood it's kind of the same color. I don't know. It's close enough. I don't really care. So today I'm going to do drift stitching, get this thing back together. I'm going to trim this piece off. I'm going to throw the bumper on, bolt it all up, try and get a grill, rewire the horn, and then just stress test the car. Since this car went through kind of a lot, I want to make sure things like the radiator is going to hold, and also I'm going to make sure that all the wheels are on tight, because I just really don't trust the guy that had this car before after seeing the headlights. So I'll probably jack up the car, look underneath it, make sure things like suspension and stuff are legit and that the wheels are all on. That way I'm not too scared to drive it. All right, let's get to it. Okay, it's time to put bumpers on. I got my splash guards underneath all taken care of. I got my bumper drift stitched up. All of my mounting points on this bumper have been ripped off, so I'm gonna take it up a notch and probably drill some stuff into the actual bumper, go through the bumper cover into the actual bumper, and the same on the fenders, just to be really safe and make sure nothing falls off. All right, update time. All right, so I wanted to make sure that I had at least one point that was going to be really, really secure, just for safety reasons, to make sure this thing wouldn't come off. So I actually got some metal screws and went into the bumper, of course, like bumper support of the car, built some spacers underneath here so it would look nice. And so this goes through the bumper and into the core of the car. So I know 100% this bumper will not fall off while I'm on the road. So from there, it was just, how am I going to get things on? I used 2 screws going into the bottom of the fender with bolts behind them for over here, because literally everything on this backside is just toast. And then on this side, looks a lot nicer. I was able to just sink some screws up from here because there's enough plastic existing. So then I went on and got my mud guards and everything on, and this thing's really solid. I had to build a really hacky extension here because this core support's too far out. And that's it for me mounting things up. I'm going to look in my spare parts pile and see what I can find for a grill for this bad boy. I'm thinking, you know, Mustang GT style grill might look cool, but who knows. On to Jeff. Jeff's got bumper looking pretty well on. What's the update?
Well, I actually had to cut off a couple sizable chunks from my crumpled impact bar, and then also from the bumper itself because of the impact bar moving down. So it's, you know, it's been a little bit of a battle, but I think I'm doing well.
Test drive them soon?
Yeah, very soon.
All right. We have about, if we want to make it to the beach in our 24-hour window, we have 1 hour and 15 minutes to get these cars on the road. Totally possible. So we're going to go for it right now. Jeff said he wanted some black paint, so I got protective enamel to protect Jeff. All right, it's 3:45. We definitely did it. We got these things fixed up in under 48 hours. We did a touch-up paint job on Jeff's car. It's terrible. I'm very proud of it.
Yep. After beating it with the mallet.
After hitting it with a hammer.
It's quite satisfying. And it actually looks better with the dents, I think.
You ready to take these things for a drive?
I guess so.
Let's get in them.
All right.
Let's get going. Started. That's a good sign.
Rough start.
Yeah, this is a rough car. Windows down to hear stuff fall off. This is the first time I've ever put this car in drive. We'll do a brake check at the end of the driveway.
Brakes sound lovely.
Hey, they work. That's one good thing.
Got a lot of rust on them, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's try and take this bad boy around the block. One time I bought a car and I just got my trip permit and I wasn't paying attention. I got on the highway. That was scary. The blinkers aren't making a clicking noise, but we checked those and they said they work. All right. Hey man, we're doing all right. So this is a super bumpy road. It's a good way to test out cars that we're just building. So the traction control is doing its thing there,
Yeah.
which is good. Oh man. Right on. Well, I need to adjust my seat a little bit, get a gangster lean. Oh, there's the cops. We actually are legitimate. We're registered. We're insured. Feels good.
We're licensed as well.
Yes.
Just to clarify.
This car's legit. I'm good. I'm ready to head to the beach. You want to try out your car?
Let's do it.
Let's go for it.
I haven't driven a stick in a while, so this might be a little rough.
Oh, jeez. So you can see the clearest window ever with built-in drift stitching. Yeah, that's a window we made. Well, how's it feel?
All right. Something's rattling. It's all right. It's got some power. Seems to drive fine.
Yeah, I like that you didn't test out the brakes at all before we just started going.
Oh, that's good. I tested it when we were in the driveway. Yeah, they're pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, I think this thing's roadworthy, and I got AC, which compensates for the fact that the window lock on this door was on when the thing crashed, so none of the windows work. So, yeah, let's go.
All right, you ready to hit the beach?
Let's do it.
Solid.
So, about 3.8 miles into the trip, Chris's radiator decided to start spewing some radiator fluid, some coolant everywhere. It started burning, but it looks like we're about to take off now. Try to get somewhere where we can deal with it. So, see you later.
That thing needs a new radiator.
Looks like we have a radiator problem. Small overheating on the way to the beach.
It smells lovely.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get this figured out. Need more coolant.
Yeah.
All right, status update. We're not gonna make it to the beach in our 48-hour window because my car blew up on the highway. The Lexus, in about within 3 or 4 or 5 miles on the freeway.
3.8.
On the freeway, the Lexus, the radiator blew, and it shot all its fluids out. And of course, us being us, we didn't bring any water or anything. And the road was really sketchy, and there's barely any shoulder. So I ditched the car, called a tow truck, and now I'm gonna work on getting a radiator, and then we'll go to the beach.
Yeah.
So today, B is for broke.
Yeah. B is for rebuild.
I guess if this was an episode, this is an episode.
It's quite an episode.
It's the end of it now. I need a beer.
It was a cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger!
Are we going to make it?
So, please please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And
You get to see more shenanigans. Hopefully not quite like this, though.
yeah, check in for the latest video where we show you how to rebuild, find a new radiator for a Lexus IS 300 and install it.
Should be fun.
Peace.
My car did fine, though. Even with my plexiglass window.
I'm so proud
It's a
of
little
that.
rattly.
So proud of that.
I'm very proud of it.
Bye, everybody.